Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. Today's mug is from Disneyland, not World, Disneyland in California. Um, I chose this mug today because I'm going to talk about don't skip the process of creating a bucket list. The crazy thing is, I didn't know when I was younger that I was going to ever create a bucket list. But as things got added to my bucket list and as things get checked off, I'm pretty excited to say that one of the reasons I chose the Disney mug today is that in my lifetime, I wanted to go to Disney World, and I have, but I never dreamed that I would speak at Disney World and at Disneyland. And I've had the opportunity to do both. I've spoken at Disney World and I've spoken now at Disneyland. And so those are two things I could check off my bucket list. This is a picture of me parasailing with a friend on January 1st. I forget what year. We went parasailing in the Bahamas, and parasailing was one of the things on my bucket list. And so I got to check that thing off my bucket list. When I think about like the purpose of a bucket list, I start to examine and ask questions like, why would I create a bucket list? What are some things I want to do that I just have never like figured out how I might do it? And so I started to create a bucket list, and I hope that you have a bucket list. But if you don't, I'm going to give you some steps today on how, if you're interested in a bucket list, how and why you should do it. Reflect on what really matters. This is how you get the bucket list started. You start to ask yourself before you write down a single destination or a goal, or you pause and reflect. A meaningful bucket list starts with clarity, not comparison. Don't create a bucket list full of things that other people dream about. Don't create a bucket list that other people dream for you. Nope. Ask yourself, what experiences would make my life feel full? What legacy do I want to leave? What moments do I want to create for myself? Sometimes we fill our list with like crazy stuff. Not crazy in a sense that it's not doable, but stuff that's not really relevant to what we really want to do. If it's not what you want to do, it's crazy for you. I don't ever put stuff on my list because other people want to do it. True joy comes when your list reflects your values, your passions, and your priorities. That's what you first have to ask yourself. The step this step is about listening to your heart before you start writing, reflecting, turning your list from a checklist into a compass for how you want to live out the rest of the days of your life. There's a quote by a Canadian author. His name is Robin Sharma. And he says, don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. Infuse some joy, infuse some different things into your life so that your life truly will be, good morning, Dr. Shani, that your life will truly be meaningful. The second step, record without restriction. What does that mean? When you sit down and you start to dream, this is the dream phase, y'all. We've established like why and what. Now we get to dream. This is not where you limit yourself. Get a piece of paper. I have a book. I have like a journal book, and I just write things down that come to my mind. And I'll tell you, I'll share a couple of things that are on my bucket list that I've yet to accomplish. And by the way, if I share something that you want to do with me, holla at your girl, because life is always so much more fun when we get to do it with people that we love. Get out a notebook or a scrap piece of paper and start to write without editing yourself. Don't worry about what's possible or practical. We're not there yet. Just list everything that comes to your mind, from skydiving. By the way, I've done that. It was on my bucket list. I've done that multiple times. Check, check, check. Writing a book. Been there, wrote two. Check, check. Visiting a country. That's one that's on my list. I want to visit Ghana in the next 18 months. And I want to spend at least 10 days, but preferably 2 weeks in the motherland. I want to go to Ghana, not Kenya, not some other. I want to go to Ghana in the next 18 months. That's on my bucket list. Your bucket list might include reconciling with someone where there has been dissension and discord. That might be on your bucket list. This is the creative stage, y'all. This is where you get to literally create your dream life. No limits and no judgment. Ain't nobody looking at it but you. Often our deepest dreams are hiding behind our excuses. I would do that, but I don't have the money. I would do this, but. Can y'all stop buttoning yourselves to death? Just think about and write out the things that you would do if there were no limits. Write them down and Once you write them down, it brings to light and gives you permission for those things to exist in your life. Imagination always precedes implementation. That means you got to dream it first before you can implement it. The third step, let me see who else came on. Good morning, Katina. Good morning, Jill. The third step, y'all, is refine and reach forward. Can y'all tell I like alliterations? Alliterations work for me in my mind. I say reflect, record, refine. Refine and reach forward. What does that mean? What does it mean to refine? This is where you get to take your list and you start to look at the doability of the list. After you dream freely, it's time to turn your list into a roadmap. Now, all of a sudden, it's the things that you dream, but now you can start to put into place the things that it will take to accomplish the things that you want to do. Look through your list, highlight the things that stir up in your spirit, the ones that truly matter. Can I tell you, I looked at my bucket list not too long ago, and there were some things on there I was like, when I created this, it mattered to me. Today, it does not. How do I want to live this third, y'all? When I tell you, I can't wait for y'all to see my TED Talk, by the way, because I'm talking about aging and the invitation that aging offers us. And by the way, I used alliterations in that too. But one of the things I will say to you is that when you start to put that list together and you start to highlight what stirs in your spirit, I'm telling you, God is calling me. It is stirring in my spirit. And so then you start to take the steps that you need to make those things happen. I ask myself, what's one step I can take this year to make my dream of going to Ghana in the next 18 months come to fruition? And one of the things I did was I set up a separate account and I started putting money into it. Because I want to have the full experience when I go. Those 2 weeks, I want to stay in those palaces that everybody keep telling me about. I want to go out there and I want to drum in the motherland with my people. I want to do all of the things. And so I'm putting things in place this year because in 18 months, it's coming, which means I need to purchase my ticket. I found a travel agent. I started to put together the pieces to make my bucket list not just something that I dream about, but something that I get to implement and do. The power of a bucket list isn't in having it. It's in acting on it. I said it. The power of a bucket list isn't in dreaming about it or having the list. It's in acting on the list. And a refined bucket list is not a fantasy document. It's a faith document. It says, I believe my life can hold wonder, it can hold purpose, and it can hold growth. I believe. So when you put this list together, you literally are like putting together your faith list. The process of creating it is more than writing goals. It's an invitation to live it with intentionality. I don't know who needed this message. Good morning, Toya. Good morning, Val. I don't know who needed this. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Jill, Katina, and Dr. Chandra. Can I tell you, I needed this message this morning to remind me that there's some things that are still on my list that I have yet to bring to fruition, and that today is a great day to begin again to dream and to put into action my bucket list. Reflect on what really matters, record your thoughts and your dreams without restriction, and then refine your list and reach forward to make it happen. I'm the amazing T Street. There is absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, I need you to create your bucket list. Have an amazing, amazing day. Peace.